scream bravo. Also, if you didn't know, this is called the show.
Hi everybody, this is Paul from Gauntlet Comix, and this is Sonny, also from Gauntlet Comix. We've had Sonny now for, going on 10 years. I got him for my 40th birthday, and he has just been my best pal and my little love bug all these years. He's my oldest of 2 dogs. Frankie's currently inside sleeping. So, here's what we're doing today. A little idea I had. I'm going to take you on our walk. The reason I'm doing this is because I come up with some of my best ideas on our walks. Mine and Sonny's and Frankie's walks. Everything from business plans to crazy ideas for comic books. Just basically, even just life in general. And to be honest with you, I talk it out with these guys. So I figured, let's go ahead and do this. This video most likely will be raw. It won't be edited, so you can get my free flow of ideas as I talk them out. So I'll let you not see that. So one of the main things I've come up with over the past few years is a little bit of a debate, and I've put it before people. I get different answers, and that is, who would be more effective in a crime-ridden neighborhood or area, the Punisher or Batman? Okay, think about that. The Punisher or Batman. Who would drop the crime rate the fastest? So as I think this through, and I have thought it through, I tend to think that, we have to look at it this way. The first initial thought process of how to work this out is, who would have the most immediate effect? Who would get the most attention? Okay, and then next we got to think of what would happen after that initial blast of attention would come. Who would be more intimidating, Batman or the Punisher? Who would get the criminals' attention? And remember, this is real life, not comic books. So you're talking about dealing with all kinds of criminals, ranging from drug dealers to murderers to psychopaths. Who would instill that fear into them? So initially, I think Batman would have the biggest splash, because word would get out quickly that there's some guy flying around dressed like a bat, or he'd take the appearance of flying, or dressing as a bat, intimidating criminals and taking them to jail. The Punishers would be a slow dive. I don't think the news would pick up on it right away, because all of a sudden criminals would start disappearing. We know how the Punisher works. You're bad enough, he's killing you. Batman ain't killing you. And then within that killing, there's a lot of secrecy. Punisher does a lot of things quietly. However, it would not be long before myth and legend would catch up and it would hit the news. Now, saying that, myth and legend, street news is street news. I mean, word would get out that, hey, there's this guy dressed like a bat who's going to come and get you when you're committing a crime. The thing is, he has you taken to prison. Okay, he don't kill you. He may beat you up really bad, but he just has you taken to prison. Good criminals aren't afraid of prison. All right? They're not. Now, over the months, word starts leaking out about this guy called the Punisher, who has a skull on his chest, who uses all types of different weaponry, ranging from simple knives to complex machine guns, shotguns, bombs, you name it, all customized to kill you because you're breaking the law. That would run wild on the streets, and word would get out there. Now, the argument could be made that there's a lot of criminals that aren't afraid of death. Okay, there's a lot of gangsters out there, gangbangers that live and die by the gun. Fine. They would be dealt with, of course. However, I think that that many of these people don't want to die. And I think that would have an effect on their mentality and their motivation to commit crimes. I don't know. This is a tough one for me. And I go off that initial fear of death rather than the fear of a beating and going to prison. What do you think? Comment below, okay? As you see, we have a beautiful morning here, by the way, in Southwest Florida. We're enjoying it. Sun's coming up. Thought it was a good time to tape or to record. Also today, I wrote the script for another video, probably be coming out after this one. It's all about our new logo and channel updates. I hope you'll enjoy that. Trying to think what else. The business progress is going a little slow, I'll be honest with you. Some of that's my fault. I'm very conservative when I come to my risks. Every business is a risk. Some are bigger than others, and some can be very overwhelming. There's so many factors involved with this endeavor. Yeah, it's a dream. I want to do it, but there's reality too. You know, the initial startup cost, inventory, storage of inventory. You know, rent alone is insane in Collier County, where I'm located. It's not cheap to open retail here. It's because we have so many high-end houses and stores. So it really can be a daunting process. And I haven't even gotten them doing a full business plan yet. You know, it's like I think, you know what, if the business plan doesn't show that I can leverage my risk with a actual physical brick and mortar retail location, then you know what? Then we'll go to the internet. We'll go to Comic Cons. We'll go to flea markets. I can't have too much risk involved with this endeavor. Let me rephrase that. Unnecessary risk. You know, that being said, I'm still moving forward. I really want to make this happen. I think there's a ton of opportunity. I really believe that the comic book retail situation, the shop, is so important because that's where you get the people that gather and talk about the books. This is where you can find your warm and fuzzies for customer service, which drives sales. I just think that everything, the cornerstone to the industry is the comic book shop. One of the cornerstones. I mean, there's quite a few cornerstones actually. But I just know I'm missing some big opportunities with all the events that are happening. You know, talk about major events such as Spawn 300, the 1000s for Action Comics and Detective Comics. I really missed that. I wish I would have had the store going when those were happening. We could have made some really good money off of them. And not even to mention the different movies that have come out and how we could have really capitalized off of that. So, you know, the process is still happening. I've just slowed it down a little bit so I can evaluate and analyze. That is my job as the owner. That is my job as a functioning part of my family. You know, I don't want to drive us into bankruptcy because I'm making stupid decisions. So, yeah, it's been a really, really interesting summer so far. Also notice that if Sonny likes my ideas or my comments, he wags his tail. Little joke there. He's always wagging his tail, so I'm always getting accepted and getting loved. So, I'll talk about risk. There's no risk in that. He's always going to affirm me. So, as you see, we had some storms coming in. We're almost at the end of our walk. You know, the argument can be made that if I put this up there, somebody's going to dox me. You know, I don't care. I'm here. I'm not doing anything political. I'm not doing anything nasty. I'm just having fun, loving comics, loving comic movies. You know, loving the creators that are creating them. It's all good in the comic universe. So remember to comment below. Who do you think will be more effective, Batman or Punisher? If you want to elaborate, tell me why. Why do you think they're going to help decrease the crime wave? All right. that's all for now. Remember to take a break from life inside a comic book. Have a great day, y'all.